Welcome back! Well, we got the RTO page here, and Nora has mysteriously disappeared in between videos, but we'll see her again pretty soon. I think actually in Complete Chronicles there is no RTO page in the third control center, and the clock RTO page is here. But here we know that there is. We see now that there is a thunder or storm RTO page. That was a really Dutch thing to say, thunder.
What did it say? What did you say?
Thunder. I pronounced thunder as thunder. That's really Dutch accent. Anyway, I think it's actually called Storm RTO page, but anyway. Which is here now, and the clock has moved to Control Center 3. Anyway, I'm going back to RTO now.
So did you tell me just to link through to the
Yeah,
to
just
the
go
island?
go back to Annonay.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to the cathedral.
Okay.
Against my better judgment, I'm going to open the windows. Let's just take a quick look at what we've got. We've got the clock sitting over there, just far enough away that you can't actually really see what time it indicates. Not that I can read any time anyway, but I can't make out what the numbers are from this distance. And we've got the storm, which means it is there's thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening me. Galileo. Sorry. Although it isn't raining, of course you can turn on the rain RTO page at the same time. Your fireflies have no trouble with thunder and lightning though, as long as it's not raining. Okay. Let's head back to Annonay. At this point we want to go back to water, so we can continue.
Well, wait a second. If I link out, would that not turn it to space Annonay?
Well, no, because I just got here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could have saved some time by having you do that, but anyway. You can link out, then I'll when I link it'll change. Now this is again something where our life might be a little bit different, because working with two people, you are more likely to notice that this is possible by accident, just when you're mucking about in Annonay with two people. Because actually doing this with logical reasoning without stumbling on it by accident is very, very hard. I'm fairly sure, although of course that was 7 years ago. Or no, not 7 years ago, because it was part of the shell, so I guess 6 years ago. When I first played Annonay, I'm fairly sure that I discovered this by accident, and then later reasoned how it worked, rather than, hey, I didn't hear the sound.
Oh dear. And there you are.
I guess we need to do that again, if it didn't work. You just, I think it's probably best then if you wait here,
Okay.
just in case. Yeah, that's a glitch. I think sometimes it's doesn't want to change. There's nothing on the sensor, so there's no crystals that have magically grown back or anything. Let's just try it again. Anyway. The thing here to realize is that, as we discussed before, the way Annonay actually works is that it's moving. Because you cannot change where linking books point to, but you can, of course, just move everything else out of the way. And we know that if you touch a shell cloth somewhere, you can then link back to the place where it was when you touched it. And then there is something else you can do, which you can only do with 2 people, and in Completed Chronicles you would have needed the lever for. Which is what we're going to do now, once we get back to water version. And this time it did change, so that's good at least.
So do I just go through to the water version?
No, you go through the space version, and then we have to do it again. You can go through if you want, or you can wait if you want, it doesn't matter.
I think I'll wait just to forestall the possibility of me falling down a crack.
The reason that it's easier to discover this by accident than to actually reason it is because it sort of requires you to know something that you can't possibly know at this point. Unless you're very, very observant and have somehow already made the connection between the symbol and the age itself. Yes, I'm being very obtuse and vague and things like that. Just in case people are watching who don't know what I mean yet.
Well, I think you'd start to wonder because the symbol... Am I allowed to say this?
Yeah.
The symbol has 4 circles, but we only cycle through 3 places.
Yeah, but that again means you have to have made the connection. And well, that's easier to do if you go back to either Chemo and look at the drawing there, because there you can sort of see a blow up of one of the circles, and it has some drawings in it that match the tower and the islands and stuff. So that might make allow you to make the connection that the circles on the symbol are actually the different versions of Anone. And if that's true, that implies that there is a 4th version. And then the question becomes, how do you get there? And then you might actually be able to reason that you're supposed to do what we're going to do now. But, like I said, it's easier to discover this by accident. Now, what you... just by bucking about and trying everything you could possibly do, is what we haven't done so far, and what in Complete Chronicles requires the lever to do. In Complete Chronicles there's a lever in the tower. If you pull that lever, Anone changes. If you pull the lever, then link out using your RTO book, then go back in, you'll see that it has changed to the Misty version. So then the question that you might ask is, what happens if I pull the lever, then touch a cloth somewhere, and then change it around some more, and then link back, and that might give you an indication that there is something wrong. I'm trying to work out in my head right now if there's some way you could actually get to the 4th version doing that without going through the control center. It might be possible, especially since we noticed you can actually change it twice by if you use the lever, then touch the cloth that's on the island, then use the pedestal. That would take you to the 4th version without going through the control centers. And that wastes a lot of time though, because after that, to get to the control center, we'd have to do the whole rigmarole again, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is the live equivalent of what the lever does. The lever changes Anone while you're in it. And, well, without the lever, you can still change Anone while you're in it. You just need 2 people to do it. We've already shown that. If I'm in the water and Nora uses the pedestal, Anone changes. And we're going to save a little bit of time here. Nora, you can use the book here. And I'll go back to my RTO. Because what you need to do in Complete Chronicles is pull the lever, swim to the control center, and then touch the cloth there. Of course, it's quicker, since we're doing this with 2 people anyway, if I just go to the control center, because being in the control center does not count as being on the island. It doesn't show up on the sensor. So Nora can still change the age even though I'm in the control center. So can you run to the
Yep, that's what I'm
pedestal?
doing. Running around to the pedestal.
Of course I link into this side of control center 1 now. Because we touched the cloth here in control center 3.
I hear it turning.
So do I. Because if you've realized the whole this thing is moving theory, if you've realized that that is how it works, and you know that now you're somewhere else. So if I touch this cloth here now, I'm not touching it in where the first version would normally be when you're in there, but in some other location. Whether that makes a difference is what we want to find out. Because if there is indeed a 4th version, then this is one of the ways you can access it. And that also depends on you knowing what this lever does. And again, normally you'd probably have to do a couple of links back and forth before you'd realize what it does. But in this case, I'm just going to tell you. However, I'll do it in the next video.